everyone, this is Elayne from Anabellas. Welcome back to FlossTube number 45. I'm so happy you're here. Today's a special day. I'm going to be doing my Christmas WIP Parade. So I'll be sharing with you all of the projects that I'm working on right now and all of the ones that I plan to start within the next 3 weeks as I wrap up by kicking off Christmas WIPs. So I'm very excited. I hope that you will sit back and relax and maybe stitch along as I go through some of my works in progress. I have to tell you, I've had so much fun stitching these over the past few months, and I'm making great progress. I hope to have quite a few finishes by December 31st, but we will see. If you're new to my channel, this is a channel primarily about cross stitch and quilting and paper crafting, and a little bit of my life thrown in every now and again. So welcome, I'm very happy you're here. I hope you ring the bell and subscribe to my channel so that you'll get notifications when I upload a new video, because you never know, there might be something there that catches your eye and that you like. If you're a returning subscriber, I thank you so much for coming back every week. I'm very humbled and very much appreciative, and I'm so glad that you choose to spend a little bit of time with me. So welcome back. All right, so let's just jump right in. And some of these WIPs are going to be new because they're new starts as well. So, and I'm probably going to show my starts again tomorrow. So if you watch my regular FlossTube on Fridays, you're probably going to see just the new starts again tomorrow. So the first one I'm going to show you is Klaus Christmas. This is by Stitching with the Housewives, and if you follow them, I'll link their channel below, as well as Pricilla's website. This board that this beautiful design is mounted on is available at Hobby Lobby. Now, you can order it online. I went to my local Hobby Lobby on Saturday, and they had tons of them. So they seem to be, you know, pretty much in stock. So you don't have to mount it on here, but if you'd like to, just wanted to, you know, give a shout out that those are still available at Hobby Lobby. So this is called Klaus Christmas, and I'm stitching this on a black 14 count Aida. And the only change I've made to the called for floss is I did change the bamboo, Classic Color Works bamboo, to a B5200 DMC. I really like bright white with any of my Christmas stitching. So I find that B5200 tends to be the brightest white that I can find to go on black. So that is where I am right now. You know, I'm going to try to get the banner done over the next, you know, week. And then I'll be moving down here and then finishing up with Santa and Mrs. Claus. So isn't that great? Just love it. So that is called Klaus's Christmas. Then I have another new start, which is just flying off the shelves. As a matter of fact, we are out of stock on this, but I'm hoping that I'll be getting in a lot of them over the next few days. So don't fret if you go to the shop and it's not there. Just check back every day, because I will be getting a lot more in. This is called Kind and Gentle Woodland Holiday Sampler, and this is by Artful Offerings, and it is just beautiful. It caught my eye. I fell in love with it. I grabbed it as soon as it came in, kitted it up, and started stitching it on an iridescent white, which I've shown quite a bit this season. As you can see, this has a just gorgeous iridescent look to it. It looks like falling snowflakes on the fabric, and I thought it would be just perfect. So the actual, let's see, what did she stitch this on? She stitched this on Seraphim antique lace in 36 count. So you can certainly search for that, or you can, you know, choose to stitch it as I am on this beautiful iridescent white. Now, to the best of my knowledge, this only comes in 14 count. So you might have to do some searching to find a similar beautiful fabric in, you know, 16, 18, 25, or 28 count or higher. But I just love this, and I'm going to get the body of this deer done come hell or high water this weekend. So, and I just love the cardinal. So beautiful new design, just out, very popular. And my living room is in turquoise and golds and whites. So when I get this finished, I am going to be finishing this into a pillow, and it is going to sit on my couch, and I will show it to you if I get it done, you know, by Christmas. So that is a fun new start that I'm absolutely loving. And then my last new start this week, I'm only supposed to start 2 a week, but I kind of couldn't help myself. Luminous Fiber Arts Misti Comfort and Joy, just fell in love with this. I grabbed a piece of 14 count platinum, and she stitched this on 40 count Sparrow linen by Luminous Fiber Arts. So Misti does sell this, but 40 count is a bit outside my ability today. So I found a nice piece of platinum, and this is what I've stitched so far. So you can see that's coming along really nice. So I hope to get the flower done. It stitches up pretty quick. I got the flower done just, you know, yesterday and the day before. So this is coming together nicely. But I thought, isn't that just pretty? And I'm going to make it a little pillow as well. And I'm really enjoying it. I can't wait to get down here to stitch the gold colors. And all the called for floss is DMC. So easy to come across, easy to find and to start using. So if you'd like to stitch that. Okay, let me have a real quick sip of tea. I'm off coffee now. I'm down to 1 cup a day, and I am switching to tea per doctor's orders. But I'm enjoying it, so here we go. Okay, next is Snowballs for sale. I've been working on this quite a bit on and off over the past couple months. I'm not making the type of progress that I'd like, but it is coming along nicely. And this is my little Snowballs. I want to get his body done over, you know, the next couple of weeks. I hope to get this finished. You know, white and me don't get along real well. So it's kind of tedious for me to stitch white. I am stitching this on, I don't know what I'm stitching this on. It's a 14 count, I want to say a beautiful beige. And they call for, it just says a Lugana, 25 count Heritage Lugana. So if you haven't seen Snowballs for sale, it's adorable. And we also have the buttons, which I've added to my stash so that I can add the buttons to him when he's done. But I'm enjoying that. And then another new start, not this week, I started it last week, and I haven't touched it this week, but I'm going to show it to you anyway, is Christmas Delivery by Cottage Garden Samplings. I fell in love with this. I am stitching this on 18 count Alchemy fabric, which I was able to find on Etsy in one of my competitors' shops. And I believe it's Cottage Garden Samplings. Not Cottage Garden Samplings. I can't remember the name of the shop. If I remember the name of the shop, I'll link it below. But all I've been able to complete so far is a little bit of the tree. And, you know, I'll get to it. I'll keep stitching away. But I really love this fabric. It's really nice. So you can check that out. Then Winter Rose Manor. So this is our stitch along that we do every week, although people stitch on things other than Winter Rose Manor. So feel free to join our stitch along if you'd like. I'll link that below as well. And then I just send you an email with the Zoom invitation, and you can just pop on. We stitch from 7 to 9 every Tuesday. The only change I've made to this, just so that you know, first let me show it to you. Where is it? I'm stitching it on a 14 count Country French Cafe Mocha from Witchell. It is coming along just beautifully. I love it. It's one of my favorite stitches this year that I'm doing. But I will tell you that I've made a change to the color. The house right here, the color, the call for color is Oscar by, is it Weeks Dye Works? Yeah, by Weeks Dye Works. And when I looked at my Oscar, it looked a little yellowy. It didn't really give the pink rose color that I like. So I've decided to use DMC 224, and this will be how it will look when I do the pink house. I think it's going to be absolutely beautiful. Let me see if I have the Oscar in here. I didn't pull it out, but the Oscar, it just, I don't know. It's not as rosy as I like, and pink is my signature color. So that's what I'm going to be doing. And what I'll try to do, although I'm dreading it, is I'll try to start the house in the next week. As soon as I finish these trees, I'll see if I can scoot over. I don't know if I'll be able to, and then start the house, just so that you can get an idea of what that color change looks like in case you want to partake. Because I know sometimes, you know, it's okay to make it your own. It's okay to make color changes. Remember, my motto here at Anabellas is it's okay to be perfectly imperfect. You don't have to, you know, fret if you miss a stitch. You don't have to fret if your finally finished object is not perfect. You're stitching for the love and the enjoyment of it. And if you want to switch out a color, or you don't want to stitch on linen and you want to stick with Ada, it is perfectly okay. And just rejoice in the joy that you have in stitching. So I will see if I can get that house started so you can see how pretty that DMC 224 looks on that. Okay, next we have Luminous Fiber Arts. I've been stitching Gathering Snowflakes. Now, I finished the first one that I did, and I did do a color change. I stitched it in blue corn. That is already gone off to its new home, and I have decided to restart another one, and this is the progress I have made so far. And I am stitching this with Deep Blue Sea, and you just cannot even imagine how pretty this is looking. Again, I have this on the white iridescent snowflake fabric. That's blue painter's tape you're seeing through on the back. But this is coming along great, and I just wish you could see how beautiful this pale white, this pale blue is, variegated, and just absolutely gorgeous. And this is my second favorite color after pink is blue. So pink and blues are my two favorites. So I'm really enjoying this. The color is stunning, and it's coming along very, very nicely. So that's another WIP that's in the works. Then every month we do a quick stitch at Anabellas, and it's something that you can stitch up like in November, so you have it ready to display in December. And this month's quick stitch is Christmas House. And I am enjoying this. I'm stitching this on 14 count navy Ada. And here is my progress so far. I started the pitch of the roof, got another candle done, and just have to finish the roof and then come down and finish the house. So I'm very pleased with how this is coming along. I love it. And I hope to have this done, you know, in the next, by the end of the year, I'll have it done. Okay, next I have Simple Gifts by Praiseworthy Stitches Christmas. This is absolutely beautiful. This is probably one of the first big Quaker, you know, themed patterns that I've attempted. So I'm stitching this on 18 count ivory, and it is coming along very nicely. I'm really enjoying it. I have to really take my time with it because, you know, counting can be a little bit of a challenge when you're working on something that is this intricate. So I'm taking my time. So far, I don't think I've missed a stitch, so we'll keep our fingers crossed and hope it stays that way. All right, next I have the Stockings Were Home. This is by Tiny Modernist, and we do have a stitch along on Facebook, so the link is below if you want to stitch along with us. This is part 1 at the top, part 2 is here in the middle, and part 3 was just released. And I am still on part 1, making good progress, hoping to finish it off so I can start part 2. I'm stitching this on 14 count rain. A lot of you have asked me to restock that, and it will be back in the shop later this week. So 14, if it's in stock, I just ordered it. So I got to make sure they've got it. And if they do, then I'll have it in the next week or so. So 14 count rain, beautiful, love it. And I can't wait to get this one done. It is another one of my favorites. Then I've been working on Deck the Halls by Primrose Cottage Stitches. I kind of got mad. You ever gotten mad at yourself, but really you just take it out on the pattern and then say, I'm putting it aside? That was me. I'm stitching this on an 18 count antique white, and that's how much progress I've made. But what happened is I was working on the tree, which is right here, and I completely jumped down and started a branch and left this big white space. So I got mad at myself, and then I got mad at the pattern and put it in the corner and made it sit there. So now, you know, I'm not going to be mad anymore. I'm going to go back to it because I think it's beautiful. I love it. I think it'll make a nice gift. I am going to be gifting this one. So I kind of got to go back to it and get that finished off. But I'm enjoying stitching on this 18 count ivory, or antique white rather. I like the color. It's really pretty. Okay. Then I'm working on Firehouse by Little House Needleworks. This is part of their Hometown Holiday Series. They have 22 small little charts that are in the series based on a nice small American town. This is Firehouse. I'm stitching this on 16 count natural Aida. And whoops, upside down. I've got that much done. Oh, look at this. It's all fraying. I know. I need to get a serger. Anybody has an extra serger laying around, just let me know. But I have finished that and hope to get that done. I got to get this done by Christmas because this is one of my son's Christmas gifts. So that is coming along. And just so that you know, I had mentioned that my goal was to complete 2 more in the series for Christmas. I don't know if I'm going to make it, but I do have Quilt Shop and, of course, Needlework Shop because I own a quilt and needlework shop. So I've kitted these up. I just haven't started them, and I don't know if I'm going to. If not this year, it will be next year. So there's that. So that is my my little firehouse. Then, if you know Judy Whitman, then you are very blessed because she's an absolutely lovely, lovely lady. And I fell in love with her designs after, I think it was Annie at a Proper Stitcher mentioned her, it was Annie at a Proper Stitcher mentioned her Christmas books. So she has these little Christmas ornament books. This is book 1. This is book 2, and this is book 3. So these 3 books are filled with lots of little Christmas designs and Christmas ornaments that you can stitch up. So I've been working on 1 a week for the past few months. I've got quite a few done. They're on my tree. You might see some on the intro to this video today, some of the finishes that are now displayed on my Christmas tree in my hen den. Here's a couple that I've also completed that are not yet finished. I have to finish these up this weekend. I did 4 or 5 last weekend, and I'll do 4 or 5. Well, I'll do 4 probably this weekend and get them finished and displayed. And again, this I'm stitching any of her ornaments that are in white that I haven't started yet on the 14 count iridescent white because I love the fabric and I love the snowflake appearance. And then for anything on red, I'm stitching on 18 count Christmas red, which I have in stock if you like the Christmas red. So those are fun. Love Judy. And then last but not least of my whips that I've actually started is Hello Winter by Stitching with the Housewives. I started this last year. I lost it. It got lost in my house. I was devastated. I couldn't find it anywhere because I love this chart. And then I found it a couple months ago and have picked it back up again. So here is my progress on Hello Winter. I just have to finish the word winter, and then I'll come down and do the 2 little guys and the snowflakes, and this lovely little man will be finished. So isn't he cute? I love him. I loved him last year and I love him this year. Okay, so those are all my whips. It has been so much fun stitching these, and I do have some more that I'm going to show you now. These are my starts that I'm going to be starting over the next 3 weeks. So we're going to call this week the week of the 7th, of November 7th. So there's 2 charts I'm starting this week that I'm going to share with you right now. Excuse the noise, because I want you to see the pretty details in these. Why is this stuck in here? Ugh. Okay, the first one that I'm going to start this week is the Nutcracker Tree. I'm going to be stitching this on 14 count Snow on Aqua. So as you can see, the snowflakes, this is the called for fabric. I don't know where I bought this. Oh, I bought it on Etsy at DoveStitchDotCom. So I'll put the link below if you'd like to, if she has it, I'll put the link below. It's called DoveStitchDotCom, and it is on Etsy. And this is going to be one of my 2 starts this week. So I just love it. Yes, I realize that the starts that I'll be starting over the next 3 weeks won't be finished this year, but I'm going to share with you as I finish this how I plan to complete that in the coming weeks and months. The next start this week is Elayne. This is by Little Stitch Girl, and this I'm stitching. Am I going to stitch it on this? Oh no, what is this? Oh dear. Well, I don't know. Here it is. Here is Elayne. It's glary. Why is it always so glary? I don't know. There we go. Elayne. Now this is stitched on 32 count Belfast linen and pearl gray. And I have a piece of something or other here. This nice, pretty, this looks like 28 count linen. And I don't know, I'm not making any promises, but I did pull this linen because it is a perfect match. And I don't seem to have problems stitching on 28 count linen if I am gentle with myself. I don't know. I tend to have problems stitching on it. So I don't know if I'm going to stick with it. I can't lie. My nose is growing. I cannot tell a lie. I just really want to stitch it on the 28 count. So, I'm going to start it this week. We'll see. I've said that before, and it hasn't been pretty, and I've failed. But you know what? Keep trying. You never know. Maybe it'll work this time. So those are my 2 starts for this week. Then next week is the week of November 15th. And I have 2 starts next week. I have Up on the Housetop by Teresa Kogut. This is all kitted up and ready to go. Here's the chart. Up on the Housetop by Teresa Kogut. I love it. And the called for fabric is 32 count linen Mystic by Picture This Plus. There was no way that I was going to stitch anything on 32 count anything, right? Not in this lifetime anyway. And I'm okay with that. So I went on a hunt, and I was able to source and find this gigantic, humongous piece. I think this is like 3 yards or 2 yards. I don't know how many yards this is. What in the world? I don't know, but you know what? I got to cut this up and sell it because Elayne's not going to use all this. So this is 14 count Nordic Blue Ada. And if you can see the color, it is just gorgeous. So I think this is going to be just fine. I'm not able to stitch on the 32 count called for, but I am going to be able to stitch this on this beautiful 14 count Nordic Blue. So as soon as I cut my fabric size, whatever I have left over, I will sell the identical size for those of you who want to stitch this on 14 count linen, and it will be available in the shop. So that is my second start that I will be starting next week, the week of the 15th, okay? Then the following week will be the final week that I will be doing any new Christmas stitching or starting any new Christmas stitching projects for 2021. The last two that I will be starting in 2021 are Caddy Cane by Luminous Fiber Arts and Pansy Patch Quilts, who everyone has just fallen in love with, including me, Trimming the Tree. So these will be my two final starts, and I will be starting those November 22nd, which is the week of Thanksgiving. Those will be my final starts for the year. And then, you know, for the rest of the year, I'll finish whatever projects I can get finished. Then what I've decided to do is for 2022, I am going to take 1 week every month, and that's going to be my cross stitch Christmas week. So every week for the whole year, I'm going to spend, I can't talk. Why can't I talk this morning? Every month, I'm going to take 1 week, and that week is going to be cross stitch Christmas week. And that is when I'm going to focus strictly on all of these projects that I may or may not get finished this year, which we know I'm not going to. So I think that if I do that, I will be able to accomplish quite a bit in the first 6 months. At the end of the first 6 months, I'm going to see where I am. And that will dictate how many new projects I start, how many new starts I have. I'm not going to pick any new Christmas starts over the next 6 months. What you've seen is all I'm going to be working on. And then in June, we're going to take a good hard look at where I am, what I finished. And then as designers start releasing the new designs, their new Christmas designs, I will be raring to go. And I'll have a good 6 more months to get those stitched up and gifted and finished off. So that is where I am. So that ended November 22nd, and of course there's 1 more month in November, and that last month is going to be dedicated to moving into winter. And as I move into my winter stitching, and I put aside my Christmas stitching other than the once a week Christmas stitching that I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be kicking off my winter stitching with Winter Notes. So this is Winter Notes. It's by Shepherd's Bush. It's a beautiful pattern. I do have the buttons. These are called Winter Note buttons, and they're used here. If you saw my Autumn Notes pillow, you'll know that is, gives you an idea of what this will look like when it's finished into a pillow. So this will be the week of following Thanksgiving that I'm going to kick off my winter stitching, and this will be the first design that I will be stitching. And I am going to be stitching this on a 32 count, I'm sorry, not 30, why do I keep saying 32 count? 14 count rain. So that's going to be just lovely. And that's it. That's all I have. So I'd love to know how you all are doing on your holiday stitching. If you want to answer the question below, I will send you some happy mail. And the question is, do you stitch Christmas all year long? How do you plan your Christmas stitching? Do you stitch it, every week? Do you stitch it just, for a month or two leading up to Christmas? Or do you do it like me, where you're going to kind of make it a plan and a project to get as much Christmas stitching done in as you possibly can? So share that with me. I'll pick 4 winners. All of you will receive some happy mail from me and from Anabella's. We do things a little differently. You just are going to receive a package in the mail. I'm not going to share with you right now what you're going to get. I want you to be surprised and excited and enjoy the package when it arrives. I love getting mail. I love getting presents, and I hope that all of you will enjoy that too. So thank you for joining me today as I went through my Christmas WIP Parade. Thanks for spending time with me and coming back each week. I appreciate it. I hope I see all of you tomorrow for FlossTube number 46, which we will be doing and continue to do every Friday. So thanks so much, everyone. Have a great day. Bye.